All right, installment number 4, I think, in this series of Working in Public. I'm creating a product in public for my online business. I help freelancers and service professionals get fully booked and raise their rates and learn the business of freelancing and how to grow your business by starting as a freelancer and serving clients, and how do you make a full-time living doing that sort of work, client-based work, and then growing from there. And so one of the things I wanted to create was a pricing product, a welcome offer, and this is thanks to Brian Harris of growthtools.com. I'm in one of his programs, and one of the challenges that we're going through right now is to create a product, a welcome offer. At least one of the challenges I'm going through that I'm tasked with is creating a welcome offer. And a welcome offer is simply when somebody reads a blog post or a piece of content of yours that's free. They opt into your list that's, using a lead magnet that's relevant to the post. So a blog post or a guide about pricing for freelancers, and then creating a lead magnet. And then the welcome onboarding emails will then give them some more action tips and value, and then offer a relevant product at a low price. And the product should be easy to create based on material I've already created, or repackaging, repurposing things for kind of a lower price product to create a new customer. And that's something that is a kind of a valuable strategy for any business, whether you're doing whatever your niche is. Mine just happens to be about freelancers and coders and creatives. So I got to create something for them. So for me, pricing, a pricing product, a pricing playbook that's going to teach them how to ditch the hourly rate model and to embrace a more value-based rate, to be a valuable consultant and problem solver rather than just like a hired gun. And that's just, I'm going to create a product on that. So I have a larger product called the Launch Course that's kind of like my flagship product, and it teaches all of this stuff and more, and everything else about the business and marketing and strategy and growth and scale. But it's a higher ticket product. And this is more so to take a new subscriber and to build trust and to offer them something that's going to give them a really quick win. It's an easy yes. It'll be $50 is the price, and it'll be a really easy yes, and it'll give them way more than $50 in value. So in this video, I'm going to basically create the next step in the welcome offer creation plan here. So this is a plan that I've been tasked with. And so I created my task list to create this product. So I've already created the course in Teachable over here, just like the shell. I've already created the email funnel in ConvertKit. Again, the shell, the welcome offer. And now what I need to do is actually create I'm going to outline the curriculum. Okay. And so the whole point of this is here, kind of the instructions are to pick a welcome offer that is based on materials you've already created and already have and should be easy to create. So I'm not like spending so much time creating a new product that may or may not work. So the point of this is to do this quickly and to act quickly and to execute quickly and to validate and to move forward. And to not complicate it. So I already have, this is great. The reason why I thought about this is pricing is a hot topic for freelancers. I love talking about pricing and helping freelancers raise their rates and justifying it and having their clients be happier in the process. I did a workshop a while back, a live workshop all about this topic. And it was a pretty good workshop. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a good workshop for people to attend, and I got good feedback from it. So I thought, hey, maybe I'll repurpose this and create more of an actual welcome offer based off of the content in here, and repurpose and restructure it. And so basically I'm going to be mining my own content to find how I might reuse this in a way that I can present as a product. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look to this for my curriculum for the product itself. Now, this is more of a general information-based workshop where I just talked about all the different pricing models. I don't know if I'm going to go that route. I think the whole point of the pricing playbook for freelancers, the product, the welcome offer, is going to be to show them why pricing is a bad idea for everyone, and how to move into value-based selling. So selling based on the value of the outcome. In a practical, realistic way, because I know there are lots of really great experts and people who are influential in this category teaching on how to sell value-based outcomes. But, they're talking about $100,000, $250,000 contracts. That's way out of reach for most of the people that I'm trying to help with this product. It's new freelancers, new designers, new developers who are used to charging $35 an hour. I'm trying to help them shift that all together to instead of working on $500 projects, working on $5,000 projects. So that's kind of the scope of what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to, knowing that their customers are people who don't have $500,000 problems. They have, $5,000 problems. And for a lot of freelancers out there who are just getting started, or service professionals who are pretty new, side hustling at it, especially with the COVID-19 stuff, and you're working from home now and starting your own client-based business, or trying to, you're probably struggling with pricing. So how do you take your skills, and instead of charging $30 an hour, or $40 or $50 an hour, how do you reshift that all together and stop charging hourly and charge a value-based rate where your client is going to say yes to that offer? Does this make sense? I hope so. So that's just the kind of the context of what I'm creating here. So I want to create the curriculum. That's my next task, which is outline the curriculum of the course. So I'm going to base it off of what I created here. So most freelancers are lousy at pricing. This is, I'm going to introduce the course, welcome the people to the course, introduce why most freelancers are lousy at pricing. I'll probably dig into a little bit of the generalized topic of the different pricing models, because they're not all bad. Hourly isn't all bad, but there's a bad way to do it. And generally it's not a good idea. I don't like hourly for client work, but maybe I can give a more generalized information on pricing. But the whole point of it is to get people away from hourly into charging higher rates that are typically value based or value anchored. So you're selling based on the value of an outcome. So for example, instead of saying I'm a web developer and I'm really good at Angular, JS, or I'm a web designer, and I'm really good at Sketch and Procreate or whatever, and I'm selling my services, I'm selling my talent, selling my hours. Instead of that, which is purely self-based thinking about, I'm a problem solver. My customers are these people. So let's say I like to use the example lately of brick and mortar shops who are suffering right now and closing up shop because they're not making enough sales because of the COVID-19 pandemic. People can't go to their stores. And so sales are down or plummeted entirely, and they're not surviving. And so they need to be able to take their stuff online and sell their goods and services, or their products, their widgets, their gadgets, their clothing, their stuff online, so that they can shift into an online kind of digitized version of their business. And so how do we do that? Well, we use e-commerce. So like Shopify is through the roof right now, a Canadian company that helps. It's a software for selling. Everyone knows Shopify. I don't need to explain it to you. But anyway, Shopify's through the roof. Their stocks are through the roof because people are creating more Shopify stores. And so what I'm trying to get at here is, instead of saying I'm a web developer and I design beautiful websites, or I hate this one, I'm a web developer and I craft experiences that are beautiful or something. It's just a terrible tagline. Okay. Stop doing that. You'd say like, I help brick and mortar clothing stores sell their clothing online so that they can survive COVID-19, something like that. That's the idea. You're addressing a problem, an audience, and giving them a solution. Okay. So, and then that is way more valuable. Instead of saying I build websites for $50 an hour, who cares? You say I help brick and mortar shops create Shopify sites so that they can sell their stuff online and survive COVID-19. And our packages start at $2,500. That's way more valuable. And that's based on the value of an outcome. If your client can shift to online and make an amount of revenue back from selling online, and you help them make $10,000 in a year or $100,000 in a year, that's valuable, and you could charge based on that. And it's completely ethical because they probably shopped around, went to Upwork, went to other sites, and found freelancers who were just clawing at the bit to work for them for 10, 20, $30 an hour, but they're not confident they're going to be able to solve the problem. So we want to be able to, I like helping people realize that they can serve their clients by charging based on value. and solving problems, not selling hours and skills. Okay, more context. So curriculum, what we're going to do is we're going to do freelancers, the argument for hourly, better solution, how to implement it. So I think what I'm going to do here with the course is actually I'm going to outline the curriculum to be like 7 days to value-based pricing, or 7 days to raising your rates. And I might even change the title of the product here. Pricing playbook for freelancers, 7 days to tripling your rates and charging based on value. I like that. Let me just write that down. Pricing playbook, just another idea for the description. 7 days to tripling your rates. Why tripling? Because most people are charging a third of what they should be charging. I come across even side hustle and full-time freelancers who tell me that they charge $30, $40 an hour when they should be charging, if they are charging hourly, more like 100 to 150. So tripling your rates is not really that wild of a claim. It's actually pretty basic. That's from my experience with this audience that I work with. 7 days of tripling your rates, and charging based on, I can't remember now what I said. 7 days to tripling your rates, tripling your freelance rates, and charging based on, and pricing based on value. Let's go with that. Just to have a document of that. Okay, so now that's the idea. So I want, like, in 7 days for you to realize hourly is not a good idea, raise your rate, and know what you should be charging. Okay, then I want you to be make the argument for value-based rates, how to implement value-based rates, and then so that they can actually implement it by the end of the week. Okay, so we got it's going to be let's see. This is going to be just like a welcome, or no, I don't even think I need to create sections. It's just going to be like 7 lessons. Intro product, Brad, not this massive flagship product. It's just like an intro product. Keep that in mind, people. You don't need to create like the sun and the moon and the stars when you're creating just a simple product. So it's just going to be like the pricing playbook. I might create sections, but let's just create lessons for now. This is going to be, I'm just going to say day 1. Let's go day 0. Welcome. Just going to have a welcome lesson. We're going to have day 1. Again, I'm giving myself a constraint of just 7 days, maybe 5, so that I'm not creating a whole bunch of content. I want 7 days to get to the point and to get them to my promise, which is what? What is my promise? Instant and significant pay raise on their next client project. I want them to instantly make more money on their next project. So get it done, Brad. Day 2, why hourly is bad for business. Why hourly rates are bad for business. I might rename these, but let's just leave it. And that's not day 2. You probably saw that. Day 1. This is going to be day 2. This one's going to be called the case for value-based rates. Okay, so I'm making an argument. Day 3. Actually, no, I got this. So day 3 is going to be the case for value-based rates. Whoops. What I actually want to do is I want to help you know your numbers. That's something I like doing. So know your numbers. I'm going to rename that probably. This is to help you know your base rate and all the numbers that you need to know. So this is where I could probably introduce different pricing models. And I have a calculator that calculates this all, and I update it all the time. It calculates your rates. So that's where I'm going to introduce the calculator and how you use it. And I've got content on that. I probably will just take a lesson, probably just snip out the part in my workshop where I did the calculator and put it in. Maybe I'll do that. Repurpose what I've created. Day 3 is the case for value-based rates. Okay. And then day 4, so now it's like, okay, welcome. Why hourly rates are bad, so you shouldn't be doing it. Know your numbers. So this is where people are going to realize like you're way undercharging and hourly is a bad idea. Case for value-based rates. How do you like, why is this a good idea? Day 4, how to calculate value-based project. Okay, that seems like a good lesson because a lot of people will ask that. How do I charge based on value? What should I charge? Okay, next is going to be day 5. Okay, so okay, use package your prices with the triple threat. I call it triple threat pricing. Package your prices with the triple threat technique. That's it. Now, again, I have a course called Launch, and it's a full-fledged course on this, and I do have content on pricing, so I might repurpose or borrow videos from that, so I'm not just refilming the same thing. Just repackaging kind of a more introductory product. So I'm not cannibalizing my large product. I'm taking a part of my intellectual expertise and packaging it in something new that might resonate better, because a lot of people aren't ready to drop, $800 to $1,000 or more for like a flagship product that takes a large time commitment as well. But they're willing to spend $50 or $100 on like a micro concept, like pricing. Okay. Package your prices with the triple threat technique. Okay, great. I can do that. The next one is going to be day. Slow internet today. Day 6. This is going to be, okay. This is where I got to think here. Package your prices with the triple threat technique. And what am I going to do here? Kind of having a bit of a brain fart here. Day 6, implementing. So how to calculate the value-based, packaging your prices with the triple threat technique. Implement value-based rates on your next project, or convincing a client. Actually, I have an idea. Convincing your client to pay higher rates. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with that yet, but I'll figure it out. I actually think that I'm actually going to add a new one here, a new day 3. And it's going to be day 3, raise your rate right now. Okay. All right. So I added day 3, raise your rate right now. So not everyone's going to be ready to charge based on value right away, but they will be able to raise their rates right now, and show them how to do that. Then the case for value-based rates. So starting to shift the mindset into value-based rates, how to calculate a value-based project, now this is action item, packaging your prices with the triple threat technique. That's a technique I like to use, and it works almost all the time. And day 7, convincing your clients for your value-based rates, and then closing thoughts. So I think that that's a good pricing playbook, and that's going to be the outline for the content. And so with that, let's say I check off another item, outline the curriculum. It did take actually about 18 minutes, so I was pretty close. So I'm going to check that off. Okay. If I put the mic here, I can't see my screen, but you can see my face. If I put the mic here, I can see my screen, but you can't see my face. Something is wrong. It's the coronavirus. Messing everything up. I don't have coronavirus, by the way. Thank God. Okay. Outline the curriculum. Now I actually want to set the price. So in Teachable, I can go to pricing. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I think $50 is good. My initial thought was like maybe $100. anytime, and then $50. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to start low because you can always go up. But if you start too high, bringing it down is much more difficult. So I'm going to start with, it's actually $50 product, and maybe the no-brainer price will be for new subscribers. It's like $20 off or half off or something. And then maybe if it's valid, then, and people buy it too easily, then that is typically a sign that you can actually charge a little bit more. But you can always go up, but going back down with price is a bit more difficult. Charge too low, you can go up. Charge too high, going down is a challenging ordeal. Okay, one-time purchase, 25. Now you might be wondering, like, why not like 29, Brad? Like, you know, everyone uses this sort of pricing, 37 or 47, 97. You know, why aren't you doing something like, you know, $27 or $29? That's called charm pricing. And I don't know. I don't believe that charm pricing is, I think it's tacky is what I think. It's not entirely unethical. People know it. You know what you're paying for, but it's, I don't know. Everybody does it, and I don't like just doing what everybody does. Everybody in the online business world charges like $29.99, $49, $9.99, $2,997, and I don't know. I think it's tacky. Just tell people your price. It's not a judgment on anyone. Basically, 99% of online products or actual if you go to the Walmart, you know, it's $29.97. But like, are we really charging our online courses like Walmart? I don't know. Like last time I checked, I don't usually like to look for Walmart for like quality suggestions for my business. I don't know. Walmart's a multi-billion-dollar business, so maybe I'm missing out on something and I should be charm pricing up the wazoo. But anyway, I'm not going to do 29 if I can help it. I think 25 is just, we're going to leave it at that. Sorry, no, 50, 49. No, okay, I'm all over the place. Working in public. $50, and then I'm going to create a coupon for new subscribers who buy within a certain time frame to get probably half off. That's my thought. And this is just going to be pricing playbook. Just pricing playbook. That's it. So, okay, I created the price. All right, I think that's long enough for this video. So what did I do? I created the outline in Teachable, gave you some contexts and my thought process, and reusing content link from my workshop and such. And then I added the price. Okay, cool. Next video, I'm probably going to be doing something like writing out the emails. Or actually, I'm probably going to create the curriculum content. And I won't share the entire process because it's probably going to be a long process. I might break it up, or I might just give you kind of end results of here's what I created. We'll see. I don't know. Have a good day. Hopefully this was valuable to you, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.